dive for the tub, I see you, I see you. All these girls in the club, I got my eyes on you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is GLAM. As you guys see by the title, today I'll be doing a soft glam makeup tutorial. So I don't want to talk too much, I just want to get into it. So let's get started. For skin prep, this is what I use to moisturize and this is what I use for sunscreen. You don't want to start your makeup with dirty skin. You always want to start makeup with a fresh face for a flawless finish. So I use for my forehead, around my T-zone, and my chin. That's why I kind of look glossy and like glowy a little bit. But yeah, let's just get started. To prime my face, I'm going to do the Honey Do Me Up primer. So I just put this really everywhere because it's kind of like a serum, and it actually helps your base a lot, for me at least. So I'm going to put this everywhere on my face, and then I'm going to use my next primer. So I prime my face. Now I'm going to use the Master Primer and Base Blur Plus Smooth. I used this in my other YouTube video. I love this primer just to put under my eyes and on my T-zone. This is a really good primer just to smooth out and blur. So I'm going to put this here, over here, and you want to get it really into your skin. Like, it blurs on my face really well. And just a little bit on my forehead because I did put the other primer on my forehead already. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to spot conceal. You want to take a shade of concealer that's closer to your skin tone. I mixed these two concealers, but these are the Bare With Me Concealer Serums. This is the shade Sand, and this is the shade Rich. So I have my concealer brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put that on my most darkest spots that I want to cover up. I do have a little bit that I do want to cover up since this is a full glam. I mean soft glam, not full glam. But yeah, you just want to cover up everything that you don't want to be shown. And I really just do that and I just leave it and let it sit. After I just let it sit for a little bit, I'm just going to blend it, not too much. I just want to blend out the edges a little bit. Really?
Girls love Beyonce, girls love to fuck with your conscience. Girls hate when niggas go missing. This job you ain't no different. These days it's hard to make women.
Okay, for me I look a little bit crazy right now, but I'm just gonna go over it with the beauty blender just to pick up some of that product. For my foundation, I use two shades of foundation. I use the Born This Way Too Faced in the shade Brulee and the shade Cocoa. I mix these two. But I really do like those concealers. Sometimes it really is on the more drier side. It just depends on what I do to my base. But my skin is really acne prone, and I feel like these are really good for me. But sometimes I do use the AOA Buildable Satin Foundation. I'm going to take my concealer brush, it does not matter, my concealer brush, and just put it everywhere but directly under my eyes. We're not going to put foundation there. So we're going to do a little bit on my forehead, y'all. I used to be the girl that doesn't put makeup on their nose and their forehead, but I promise you, you can fully tell, and it just doesn't look cute to me anymore. Like, I don't know what I was doing back then, but it was not appealing. Like, you can tell the difference from me having makeup on the rest of my face, but my nose and my forehead, it was just not cute. But yeah, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and start blending this all out. And make sure you want to get under your chin or neck. Even. This may look a little dark, but I promise you it's just gonna set in my face. One thing I do not like doing is my makeup with my edges and my hair done, if that makes sense. Like, I hate when makeup gets on my edges. It's just not cute to me. Like, I don't know. Or when I try to reshape them and like it's just gel mixed with my makeup. I really do not like that. But yeah, just keep blending until you like how it's blended in. This is one of my first foundations that I've got when on my journey of makeup. Recommend me some good foundations because I was never the girl to use foundation because I just never could find a foundation that's really good for me. But yeah, now I start to like foundation more, especially my soft glams. I never use foundation for real, but never in my natural beats do I use foundation. Okay, y'all, so my foundation is done. I'm gonna go ahead and go over for my contour stick on top. I use the NYX Wonder Stick. It's a little bit dusty. It's okay. I'm gonna take this and carve out my nose. Just like that. And then I'm also gonna get a brush and put it on my forehead and my cheekbone. This is my foundation brush, but I use it as my contour brush because I just like the way it blends out my contour. So I'm gonna just take my contour and my brush and just rub it against each other. Make sure it's not too harsh. And you just wanna start patting where you usually put your contour. I put on the high points of my face just so it's more defined. Right there. Real cute. And you always want to blend upwards, never downwards, even though it looks like I'm going down. But no, you're rubbing up. I mean, not rubbing, you're patting up. You never want to swipe your face because that's going to leave streaks in your face and also going to leave marks. So you always want to pat so it's just seamless. And on my forehead, I'm going to take a little bit more and just put it under. Okay, to blend out my contour on my nose, I'm gonna just take a brush and start blending inwards, not outwards. You don't want to bring your contour down because it's gonna make it look like you have a nose that's bigger than you want. So we're just gonna start blending in and blending up into the bridge of your nose and into your eye. And just blend it in. Make sure you don't have any harsh lines that you can see. Next, I'm gonna go in with my blush. This is the Radiant 25 blush from Quo Beauty. I don't know, don't mark me on that. Also, I use the AOA Studio blush in the shade Duchess. Y'all, I'm telling you, this has so much pigment. I'm not sponsored, but if you guys want to sponsor me, you can. I take my blush brush and I just dab it into here really lightly because this has so much pigment. I think I just took off a little bit too much, but this has so much pigment. Oh lord, that's a lot. That's okay. I like to put a lot of blush because the concealer really covers it. So no matter the amount you put, it can be covered and you won't look like a crazy person. It's okay. Well, me at least. I like to bring it up on the high points of my face and also under my eye right here. It's like lifting up my face. But yeah, that's the AOA foundation. I'm going to put this one in the same exact place. Okay, so I finished putting the blush on my face. Next, it's going to be concealer. I may look like a clown, but it's just a blush. It's okay because concealer is going to go over it. Now we're going to go in with my concealer. I just used the Bare With Me concealer in the shade Sand. I already showed you guys this concealer in my last YouTube video. I really love this concealer. It's so, like, it gives me a flawless look. So I put them under my eyes. On my chin. Just a little bit on my forehead. I don't want to overdo it with my forehead. And I put a little bit here. Around my nose and here. And these are the spots where I put my concealer. I also use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Concealer. This is just to brighten up my under eyes. I'm going to put a little bit of this right in the corner of my eyes. Right there. And maybe right here. And just a little bit. Not a lot whatsoever because I don't like too much of the bright look. I just love it to look flawless and clean. With my concealer, I also sculpt out my nose. I've started doing it a little bit. But I just take my concealer, I bring it up, and I sculpt my nose the shape I want it to be. And also with the bridge of my nose, I don't like too much concealer because I don't like it to look cakey or anything like that. So I'm going to just take a little bit and go down the middle of my nose just like that. I'm going to let this dry just a little bit because I just want it to set in my face just so it's easy to blend and it just gives more coverage. But I don't want to let it sit for too long because I have dry skin. I don't want it to be too dry and not be able to blend out on my face. While I'm waiting for my concealer to dry, I'm going to use my brow brush. This is the Profusion Cosmetics brow brush. I'm not really sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill my eyebrows like normal and then come back. But basically I just go back and forth and fill in what I need to fill in. With that being said, I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer and just start shaping my eyebrows. You don't want to use too much product. And you just want to blend down a little bit so it's not harsh lines. Just like that. And I'm gonna do the top just a little bit. And just like that. Okay, before this dries out anymore, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and start blending on my concealer. I'm gonna take my setting spray. This is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Spray. I'm gonna just start blending the outer corners of my concealer and my nose and my forehead. I mean, my chin and my forehead. You want to make sure there's no harsh lines. That's why you always want to blend out the outer parts of the concealer first.
Say my name, say my name. Those other men are practice. This ain't no time for acting. This ain't no time for games. This ain't no time for...
You want to try and keep it in the same place and try and lift up your face. You never want to drag down your concealer because it's going to make it look like your face is kind of bigger than it is. And you just want to have your face really lifted. I'm going to blend out my forehead. I'm going to start taking my brush and blend out the inner corners of my eye. I'm going to show you when this one's done and I'm going to show you when this one isn't, just to compare. So I blended out this eye. I'm going to show you how I blend out this one. I just want to take it in small sections and just start blending really softly. You don't want to dab too hard, but just only in this area am I using the blush. Now I'm going to start taking my beauty blender and just blend that all in. We're going to start blending my nose with a brush and get in the inner corner of my eyes and just pat. Once that's in the corner of my eye and where I want it to be placed, I just take my beauty blender again and just pressing in the inner corners of my eye. But y'all, once you start blending out that concealer, you want to have your setting powder on deck. I use the Laura Mercier and then open my powder. You want to make sure there's no creases at all. I take a brush and just pat. Make sure there's no creases. And there you go. You just set your under eyes. And look how flawless that looks. I love it. I'm going to do the same thing to this eye and then come back. Okay, now once my under eyes are blended in, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier powder in the shade Honey. This is my favorite powder. It's literally running out and I'm so sad that I have to get a new one. But maybe time is due because this is running on empty. It's like everything is running on empty. If you know, you know. But yeah, we're going to start to lightly bake the under eye. You want to bring it all the way up so your face is lifted. Before doing this, you want to make sure your concealer is fully blended in the places that it needs to be. But now I'm going to put some here and on here. Just the excess of my powders. Just a little bit. You want to bake really well. Perfect, just like that. Now to bake my nose, I use the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium. This is just to bake my nose because any other ones I don't really like. It doesn't really give me the coverage that I want to bake my nose and really give me that sculpted look. So I just take a little bit of this powder and I start to shape out my nose. Just like that, basically. Perfect. Okay, y'all, so I'm just blending out my eyebrows with a brush. I already blended out that eyebrow, but now I'm just gonna take it and lightly dab my eyebrow and place it in the same place. You don't want to drag it any more out than where it is. I'm sorry, y'all, if you hear my dog in the back, people are over, so you might hear a lot of him, as I said. But yeah, and then I low-key just go over it with my beauty blender just to get any areas that I missed. Now, y'all, I'm gonna take a small brush and my bronzer. I'm just gonna take it really lightly and start sculpting out my nose while the bake is on into my eyebrows. I feel like that was a lot, but it's okay because we can definitely carve it out again. I just bring it into my eyelids just how we did with the contour. Yeah, and then blend it out, and I'm also going to add a little bit of mud powder and carve it out once again. For my bronzer, I use the Hoola Toasted in the shade Deep Matte Bronzer, I'm pretty sure. And then it looks like this. I just take a little bit, dab, dab, dab. And then place that where I placed my contour. Now my dog wants to come in, y'all. And I'm going to do it on my forehead. Really, typically anywhere I just placed my contour. So under here. Yeah. Do you guys see how well everything just blended into my face? Like, I love it so much. But if you guys want to add any more concealer, you really can. Also with the leftover, and just like that, y'all. And kind of just bring it down like that. I'm gonna do that on the same side and then wipe it away right away. Same bronzer and just a eyeshadow brush and start blending this on my eyes. I don't really do eyeshadow for a soft beat because I just like the warmth look. I don't like too much going on with the face. You know, I just want it to be natural. Not natural, but simple. Because this is a soft beat, not a natural look. So I also use the nude from Huda Beauty. I'm going to use this shade. It's called Raw. I'm only going to take a little bit of this because this is really pigmented. I'm just going in the inner corners of my eyes. Literally just a little bit because it's kind of like a purpley color. And it kind of matches my blush and I think that's really cute. But I also just keep it in the corner of my eyes because I don't like it going out too much. Because it just gives too much of a dramatic effect. I just love the way the makeup's turning out. Because it is just looking so clean and flawless. I love it. I don't really do soft beats, y'all. I just do the natural look because I used to do soft beats all the time. And now, like, I just fell in love with the natural glowy look. But you gotta do a soft beat once in a while. It's just real cute. But now I'm gonna take my Annabelle blush in the shade. Oh, I'm not sure the shade. It doesn't really say shade. I have had this forever. And just pat that. This is really pigmented as well. And I'm just going to go over a little bit. I don't like too much blush. Because, you know, you can't really fix it this time. But yeah, not too much. I just play around with it and see what I like. A little bit on my nose again. I'll pat a little bit off and just start blending however much I like. And then if I like it, I love this. It looks really cute. I'm gonna leave it like this. I did put this gel eyeliner. It's from Essence. It is in the shade 02 but First Espresso. This is the eyeliner. I put it under my eyes. I just love the way it looks. I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all, but I just feel so y'all, I'm so sorry. I had to let him in. Like, this man just crying on my door, scratching. But anyways, while I let it sit on my nose, I'm just gonna do my lip liner. Y'all, don't even ask. This is Makeup Forever. Yeah, Makeup Forever lip liner. I could not find this one again. I don't even know what shade it is. But yeah, we're just gonna do my lips and then let this in. I'm gonna wipe it off right after. Like I'm telling y'all, I could not find this lip liner for the life of me, so I had to I had to let it like get a run for its money. Now I'm just watching you. I like where it's at right now. I'm gonna take another makeup for forever. This one is in the shade Limitless Brown 608, and I'm gonna just go right here near where I put the black, the dark brown. It looks like black, I don't know, but it's like really not. It looks so good when you have your lip combo. For all y'all asking what my lip combo is, you better just watch. It's the two Makeup Forever lip pencils, right? Perfect. I love it. Lord, this doesn't have a thing, but I'm pretty sure it's NYX. It's NYX something, y'all. I'm sorry. I just take a little of that right in the middle. So now I have the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Butterscotch. This is it. This is running out. I literally love this lip so much. Yeah. Now I'm going to use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. What is my lip? Okay. Now I take this L'Oreal Paris lip gloss. This doesn't have a cover as well because I just throw it in my makeup bag and I think it just rubs off. I'm really not sure what it is. It's just a lip gloss, I think. Yeah. Blend that all together. Perfect. And yeah, I just do a lip gloss. This is the Jason Wu Nourishing Lip Gloss, and it's clear. Okay, I hate when my lip glosses get brown, so I just have to rub off whatever is on my brush. This is a lip combo. Real cute. I'm gonna rub off this. I'm gonna wipe off my bake on my nose and then I'm gonna come back. So I just wiped off the bake off my nose. I forgot to add, I do use this Fenty lip gloss in the shade Fussy. Let me just show you. The stuff rubbed off of it, but it's Fenty. Well, yeah. It's just a cute pink lip. But next I'm going to use my highlighter, and I just take my finger with it and dab just a little bit on my nose, not too much, and I take my brush that I use for my eyes and just start blending that upwards. I don't like too much highlighter, and I'm gonna do it on the bridge of my nose, just like that. Love it. But yeah, this is really the end of the makeup tutorial. I love the look. The setting spray that I'm going to be using is the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist from e.l.f. as I showed you guys. I just take a little bit. I said a little bit, but I'm gonna let that sit, blend everything all together. But this is really the end of the makeup look. I'm so glad you guys watched to the end. If you did, please give a comment and a like down below on what you guys want to see next. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed. Bye cuties.